Once upon a time, before time began, there was God. God was the beginning. Father, Son, and Spirit. God was one. The Father loved the Son, and the Son loved the Father, and the Spirit loved the Father and the Son as they loved him. Father, Son, and Spirit, united, joined together in love and joy and life and light. There was God. God began to tell a story, and as he spoke, his words came true. As he spoke, his words took shape as real, physical stuff. A world took shape as God's love and his goodness and his power and his life spilled out through the words he was speaking into the world he was creating. God's story became reality. God said, "Let there be light." And there was light. Not just darkness anymore, not just emptiness. God's light shone out and pushed the darkness away, and the sun and the moon and the stars began to shine. God said, "Let there be sky and sea and land." And it happened. His words filled the world with life. Birds swooped and hovered in the sky. Fish darted and dived in the sea. The land teemed with wild animals and tame animals and small crawling animals. And God covered his world with plants and trees, with fruits and seeds for all the creatures to eat. There was life everywhere. From nothing, here was a world rich in life and joy and beauty. From nothing, God made a glorious world and gave it everything it could ever need. And there was God. God's word shaped the world, bringing it together and holding it together. And God's Spirit breathed life into his creatures. The stage was set. But there was one thing missing from the story God was telling. God said, "Let there be humanity." God said, "Let us make human beings in our image and likeness, and let them rule over the fish in the sea and the birds in the sky, over the tame animals, over all the earth, and over all the small crawling animals on the earth." So God took dust from the ground he had made and formed it into a man. He moulded it into bones and organs and shaped it into sinews and skin. God breathed the breath of life into his nostrils, and the man became a living person. And God hadn't finished there. He sent the man into a deep sleep, and while he was asleep, he took a rib from his side, closed up the skin at the place it had taken it from. God used this rib from the first human to make a second human, a woman with living breath from God, shaped and moulded and formed from the man's rib, formed by God. There they were, the first two humans made from the same stuff, joined together. There they were, ready to multiply until the world was full of humans. There they were, made in God's image, ready to fill the world and mark it out as God's world, ruled by God's people. And there was God. And God rested. Now that his work was done, he saw all that he had made, and it was very good. The story had begun.